The announcement that Pakistan might receive the Turkish KAAN earlier than expected has generated both excitement and confusion among analysts and defense observers globally. Because when we step away from headlines and look at the reality of modern fighter development, the situation becomes far more complex. KAAN is not a finished fighter jet. It is still in the early testing phase. The aircraft made its maiden flight recently, but core systems, its engine, avionics suite, radar integration, and weapons compatibility are still under development. Even Turkey itself has not inducted KAAN into the Turkish Air Force. That alone raises a fundamental question. How can Pakistan receive a jet that is not yet operational in its country of origin? To understand this, we need to separate political signaling from technical reality. When countries announce early acquisition or partnership in a fighter program, it often does not mean immediate delivery of combat-ready aircraft. Instead, it can mean participation in development, early production slots, or future delivery commitments. Pakistan may not be getting a fully operational KAAN ahead of Türkiye, but rather securing a position in the production line or co-development framework. Now comes the biggest obstacle: engines. The KAAN prototype currently relies on engines derived from the General Electric F-110 family, an American-origin power plant. This creates a major geopolitical bottleneck. Pakistan has already experienced this issue during its attempt to acquire the TAI T129 ATAK helicopters. That deal was effectively stalled because the engine, developed with U.S. involvement, required export approval from Washington, which was not granted. So the same question applies here. If KAAN continues to rely on Western engines, especially American ones, how would Pakistan bypass export restrictions? Türkiye is aware of this vulnerability. That's why it is actively working on a native engine program for KAAN. However, developing a reliable fifth-generation fighter engine is one of the most difficult technological challenges in aerospace. Even countries like China took decades to mature engines like those used in the Chengdu J-20. Until Türkiye successfully fields a fully indigenous engine, or finds a non-restricted alternative, the KAAN program will remain exposed to export limitations. Then comes avionics and stealth integration. Fifth-generation fighters are not just about shape. They rely heavily on software, sensor fusion, radar systems, and electronic warfare capabilities. These systems are still under development in KAAN. Without mature avionics, the aircraft cannot deliver true fifth-generation performance. So even if early units are produced, they may be limited in capability, similar to early production models of other stealth jets. Now let's bring Pakistan into the equation. The Pakistan Air Force has historically balanced Western and Chinese platforms, from the F-16 to the JF-17. But in recent years, due to geopolitical constraints, Pakistan has leaned more toward China for advanced systems. This is where the Shenyang J-35 becomes highly relevant. Unlike KAAN, the J-35 is part of China's broader stealth ecosystem, supported by an already operational fifth-generation platform, the J-20. China also does not impose the same export restrictions as the United States. This makes the J-35 a more practical near-term option for Pakistan if it wants to induct a stealth fighter quickly. So now we have two parallel paths. One, KAAN, which represents a long-term partnership with Türkiye, but comes with technological uncertainty and export dependency. Two, J-35, which offers a potentially faster and more politically feasible route to fifth-generation capability. Now the key question: is Pakistan really going to get KAAN soon? The most realistic answer is, not in the near term as a combat-ready fighter. Pakistan may sign agreements, invest in the program, or secure early production slots. It may even receive initial units for testing or evaluation in the future. But full operational deployment depends on several factors. Completion of engine development without foreign restrictions. Maturation of avionics and stealth systems. Türkiye's own induction timeline. Production capacity and export clearance. And all of this takes time, often a decade or more in fighter development cycles. So when headlines say ahead of schedule, it likely refers to diplomatic or program-level progress, not actual early delivery of fully capable stealth fighters. In reality, Pakistan's path to a fifth-generation fleet may be a mix of both strategies: short-term acquisition through China's J-35 and long-term collaboration with Türkiye KAAN. This dual approach would allow Pakistan to bridge its capability gap quickly while investing in future independence and technological growth. In the end, the KAAN story is not about immediate delivery. It's about strategic alignment, industrial cooperation, and long-term ambition. And until the engine issue is solved, that ambition will remain grounded, at least for now.